These modern street crickets don't even believe the words that are coming out of their own mouth. Because when Trey asks all of the black girls, what's the most beautiful thing about a black woman? They say, a black woman's hair. Well, if that is the truth, why the hell do you got on Rapunzel? Rapunzel, let down your golden hair. How come you got on Rapunzel hair? That shit's like a peachy 615. And you got a headband on holding that thing down. Stop playing with us, man. Like we said, we're ripping the Band-Aid off all 2025, 2026. Black women don't like their God-given hair. Let's jump right into this crazy
I also
situation.
need to point out the fact that you are navigating the world as a black man. I and other black women are not navigating the world in that way. We are navigating the world between two different intersections of race and gender. So what you're going to see is not going to be the same. If you want me to be so honest right now, there's been many times in my life where I'm wearing my afro out. I've had braids, this, that, and the third. My hair is completely natural, and I've still been mitigated, I've still been criticized, and I've still been discriminated against. As a black man, you do not understand the intersections of being a black
I just wanted to know the story about the white people that discriminated against you. I just wanted to know that.
I was trying to explain it, and you cut me off.
No, I asked you. Like,
That's what they do.
what is the
That's
most
how they
beautiful
act.
trait of a white woman?
A white woman?
Yeah, like the most
Yes.
beautiful physical trait of a white woman.
Her hair.
Why do you say that?
Because sometimes they know how to keep up with it, so it's nicer.
Okay. What do you think?
I say the same thing. Their hair is really pretty.
Okay. What is the most beautiful thing about a white woman?
They kept it real.
You came up to me on my black ass day to ask me what's the most beautiful thing about a white woman?
On your black what?
On my black ass day.
You see what I'm saying? Because you don't know what the following question is. You just get angry, upset, and this is how they all act. They're not even approachable. You see what I'm saying? It don't hurt to be feminine. You don't even know what's coming after it. I could be setting you up, and this could be a public experiment. And I could be like, oh, watch how women act. The nice one, I'm giving $2,000 to. The one that act like that, they ain't getting shit. And you would have never even knew I had $2,000-$3,000 for you just to see how you act when I approach you.
It's
You
a
lost.
great day that the Lord has made.
Yes, today is a nice day. Yeah. I just want to know. I'm trying to see like what is the most beautiful thing about a white woman, if you know.
I'm trying to think of personal white women that I know. Some of them have empathy.
Empathy?
Empathy, yeah.
What would you say the average black woman would think the most beautiful thing about a white woman is? Would you also say they would say empathy or something else?
Probably something physical.
Like what?
I don't really know.
Most black women don't want to say it, but I feel like you guys should be saying their hair, since you know black women straighten their hair. They wear 613 bust downs and blonde
You
wigs.
see me with a 613?
Well, not
mustache?
not you. So that's what I'm saying. But
No,
But like most of the hair that people emulate are not white people's hair.
Yes, it is.
And it has no volume
white people's hair.
statistically. And if they're gonna add volume into it, they add clip-ins and extensions for volume and length. So if we're really talking, it would probably be Asian women's hair, not white women.
We live in
No.
a European society, so that's what they're trying to look like. Like we don't see Asians and Indians on our TV screens all the time. We see
Nope.
white people in the magazines.
That's the hair that they buy, not white women's. White women's hair is usually like they have to add things for it to have volume and shape.
Well, what about Brazilian?
We're not talking about volume and shape. What about Brazilians, Chinese women, Bangladesh, Middle Eastern women? You see what I'm saying? White women, black women just don't want to be real, yo. They don't like their hair. In the other video, the girl said it. She just kept it real. She just said, I don't like my hair. Y'all think I'm playing?
So do you not like your own hair then?
No, I hate it.
Why?
See what we talking about? You see? She just kept it real. They don't like their hair, but they won't say it. So salute to the young girl right there that definitely said it. Oh, I don't like it.
In hair, that's white women's hair.
Brazilians are the most mixed people on earth and mostly black. So the people that have that type of hair in Brazil usually have some
Brazilian aren't black.
type of African or indigenous ancestry that gives their hair that volume.
Yeah, but when we look at the traits of the different races, black people have woolly hair, curly hair, hair that goes up towards the sky, and then Europeans have their hair that
That's why, because it had to protect us from the sun. That's why black people's hair is the way it is. It's actually a shield. The same way with our eyebrows, eyelashes, things of that nature. Why do you think we have hair and things like that? It's for a reason. Grass geese.
That falls down. So if we're taking the hair, the characteristics from a different race, we can say that the hair that they have is coming from the white race or the European race and not the black people, because we don't grow hair like that.
Not necessarily, but I do feel like it's more of a stylistic choice because I see a lot of black women embracing their natural hair and having different hairstyles, like her and I.
So how do we get more black women to be just like you guys? Because you guys' hair looks nice.
Maybe not projecting any negative stereotypes on black women's hair and giving them more access to cheaper products for natural hair.
See, it always turns into that. No, it's the onus is not on us. It's on y'all. We don't gotta get y'all no goddamn cheaper products. Water, oil, olive oil, coconut oil, sunflower oil. It don't fucking matter. Y'all got all the goddamn products y'all need. Maybe they need to quit stereotyping black women's hair and give us cheaper products. You eat dick.
Hair, maybe making it less unseen to have black women who are professionals or considered beautiful, like models or celebrities, wear their natural hair out.
What do you mean by negative stereotypes about black women's hair?
Natural of black women's hair just in its natural state, like in an afro. If it doesn't have like a ton of product in it or a certain type of curl or coil that's acceptable or a certain length, it's usually looked at as unkept. And black people usually police each other as like, oh, your hair looks a mess, or when you're gonna get it done. So
as you're supposed to police each other.
Maybe the way that our hair grows out of our head and actually had some time and funds and resources to actually take care of it, I feel like black women would be a little more comfortable with wearing it out.
I can't really say anything to that. All I gotta say is hallelujah. It's Sunday. The sun's out. I appreciate that message. Nice to meet you. You have a great day. What is the most beautiful physical trait of a white woman?
One of like the most standout characteristics of them that is like, this is like, you're just such a beautiful person, is like their smile, because their smile just looks so genuine.
Their smile, so like their teeth.
But it's like, I don't know, also because like I know them, it's like they're genuine, like I just get the energy, like they're genuine.
What about their hair though? Isn't that a physical trait that a lot of black women...
I'm gonna tell y'all right now, in this era, when you catch a mud cricket with a septum piercing and any type of double nose ring piercings, they're combative, obnoxious, loud. They suffer from audacity. I said what I said. Yeah, all of the above. Because why? Because the same reason why you would put a tongue ring in your mouth, and we knew what that was for when we was coming up. Oh, I just like to play with my tongue. Who would get a barbell plunged through their tongue just because you like to play with your tongue? Y'all say and do the most diabolical, sinister, macabre, grotesque shit on the internet. Now that it's here, because y'all was usually used to be in this elite league of like unicornism. We thought women were actually like dainty, feminine, nice. Y'all are funky, disgusting, ugly, nasty, ooh, because of the emergence of the internet. And y'all are too immature like children to conduct yourself on the internet as women, demure, couth, ladylike. Nope. Y'all masculine, loud, want to fight, want to buck up, all of the fucking above.
You should say, yeah, that's beautiful. Just because
feel how you want.
Like black women kind of wear their hair, things
I
like
don't
that.
think black women wear their hair.
Well, I mean, Brazilian hair is white people's hair.
I don't think that's necessarily like your black women are wearing white women's hair.
What do you got in?
In the same vein, like white women who wear wigs, like whether or not like it's a straight wig, a kinky curly wig, they're wearing other women's hair. They're potentially wearing a black woman's hair. So
hold on. Whenever has a white woman wore any type of black woman's hair? Like when?
The Jenners, the Kardashians.
They wear black women's hair? Or you mean hairstyles?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, they do wear black hairstyles. That's true. But they never put a black woman's actual like texturized hair in their hair.
No.
Like you'll never see a white woman with an afro wig or like a 4C curl.
But you do, even if it's like a looser curl pattern. And I have seen
no,
white
you
women
don't.
with, like who wear like a 4A, 4B type hair too, like in a wig.
I've never seen that ever.
I have. So, in my opinion, I don't think it's acceptable to say like black women are wearing white women's hair. I don't think that's acceptable because point blank period, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how presentable I look and how my hair presents itself.
Mm.
I'm a
Yes,
black
it
woman, point
does.
blank period. My hair is not going to dictate or like hint to you that I'm anything else, because the minute anyone sees my face, they see my features, they see my skin, they're going to say, oh, that's a black woman, point blank period. It doesn't matter if right now I have this blonde lace front on. People are still going to see a black woman.
So even if you're not physically wearing their hair, when you put on a straight hair wig or you straighten your own hair, it's to look like a European.
No.
That's what it is. If we were never colonized, went through slavery, things like that, if we were never trying to fit into the European society, do you actually think black women would even straighten their hair or wear wigs that are straight?
So
No.
I'm gonna kind of stop you there. I don't think it's a thing where it's like
I'm just trying to
all
block the wind,
time
but
it's like forced. Because if we're gonna be so honest right now, black women historically in America and especially throughout the diaspora, but I'm gonna talk about America just
Okay.
right now. Black women in America have historically always have worn their natural hair.
Mhm.
They're the only times where you're seeing black women in these movements where you're seeing a lot of black women kind of changing their hair in a way to assimilate, not because they want to, not because they want to emulate whiteness, but because if they don't assimilate in that way, shape, or form, they are going, the racial violence that they may have been mitigated to, it's way beyond our comprehension living in 2025. Point blank period. But there were literally laws because black women who were wearing their hair, it was called the Degain laws in
I think it's
French controlled Louisiana,
correct.
where white women did not like the way how free African women, black women, were wearing their hair.
Correct.
So they forced them to they said you had to cover it up. And then in ways when these black women were still covering up their hair, it was still just seen as like, no, you can't do that. And it actually caught wind. And some of those trends where black women were decorating their heads with like scarves and feathers and beads, some of those trends were picked up and were seen in Europe and France. So I don't think there's ever been a time where it's like black women are wearing white women's hair. And anytime it's like, oh, well, that's the case, we have to think about the history of assimilation in this country and the racial violence that black women have faced because of their hair, because of their appearance, because of what? Colonizers. Not because we chose that. That's how it's always been.
So
Point blank period.
everything you said was true, but since today black women are not going through these things anymore. They're not being.
said that?
Hold on. Really, let me just finish. They're not being suppressed. You're not going to a job and they're saying, oh, your hair's like this, you need to change that, unless it's like a military job or some type of job where they're cooking, so you have to cover your head or change your hairstyle. But I'll let you go. So we're not being scrutinized, or black women are not being scrutinized like they were back in the day. So like you said, it started from a negative place. Society told you that your hair was ugly, unkempt, it was unmanageable. So then black women started to change themselves, started to straighten their hair, wear wigs and things like that. So really what black moms have been doing for all these centuries is they're passing down a generational curse, and they're saying that, oh, you need to straighten your hair is not beautiful unless you straighten it. So I feel like today black women should be like, okay, that was in the past, now we should all embrace our natural hair, just like this young lady right over there.
So I'm going to stop you right here, right now. First and foremost,
Okay. Thank you for watching the video. If you would like to finish the full video, you can subscribe at patreon.com by hitting the first
We
link in the
know.
description. Not only will you get access to this video, but you'll get access to every single video that I've ever posted, which is over 100 heated debates. I post the full videos.
So y'all heard him, man. Go like, comment, and subscribe. Salute to Trey down on the ground doing the work. And like we say every day, we don't care. They chose to bear. Black women just don't like their natural God-given hair. Yeah.